job, Marlowe. Does he not?
No more. Billions and billions of miles.
For that.
Here's Johnny.
Okay, thank you. Obviously, you didn't get invited anywhere other for Thanksgiving dinner, so you ended up here. How are you tonight? Welcome. Okay. How come I'm working and you're off? Oh, that's not the way it works. I want you to know that after the monologue tonight, whatever is left of these jokes is going to be wrapped in saran wrap for tomorrow night's audience. Maybe we should wrap them right now. I hope you have all read about the Surgeon General's warning about the disastrous effects of mixing turkey with sweet potatoes. Good night. Let me try something else. Incidentally, this is not only a monologue tonight, but this is a scientific experiment. Half of you in the audience will be receiving real jokes. And the other half will be receiving placebos. So that was a placebo right there. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving? Yeah. Okay. It's kind of an emotional holiday. It's the special time when people travel thousands of miles to be with people they only see once a year. And then discover that once a year is way too often. I think what it is, Thanksgiving means different things to different people, right?
Yeah.
To me, it helps me remember the courage of our forefathers, and to Fred de Cordova, it helps him remember the actual meal. No, if you think about it, Thanksgiving is a proud time in American history. The Indians shared their food, right?
Right.
With the Pilgrims during that first disastrous winter when the Pilgrims had no food in New England. And a few years later, we helped the Indians, well, they had a food shortage, by killing off most of them. I didn't do it. That was a long time ago. How many of you have been to the airport out here in Los Angeles? Is that grim? Looks like Calcutta with a white courtesy phone. My Aunt Bee. You've heard me talk about my Aunt Bee?
Yes, many times.
Was supposed to fly in to join us for Thanksgiving. She's from Nebraska. Unfortunately, Aunt Bee is getting along in years. And when she was on the plane, she mistook the plane's emergency exit for the washroom. And all they found of Aunt Bee was her sup hose hanging from a tree in Los Padres National Forest. No, that's not true. I just made that. They think that's true. I guess every nationality has certain days they celebrate, right? Isn't the Cinco de Mayo, is that celebrated by Mexico? Yeah. Bastille Day is celebrated in France. Thanksgiving is celebrated by the Japanese. Actually, you people are all full of food, aren't you? So sometimes when you're full of food, yeah, you don't really want to laugh.
No.
So you're doing a real good job of... No. Not only are we celebrating, I guess, the first Thanksgiving at Plymouth Rock, but actually the first football game was played at Plymouth Rock between the Redskins and the Patriots. And in a last-minute upset, they were both defeated by the Bears. Did you know that? Do you realize we have astronauts in space right now?
Yeah.
Went up yesterday, and they're having their Thanksgiving meal in space. Apparently, it's special turkey dinners that have been vacuum-packed in cans. And, of course, the younger astronauts are having their meal sitting at a floating card table downstairs. Geraldo Rivera has a special Thanksgiving show today. It's called... Ask me the name of the show.
What is the name of the show?
It's called Transvestite Butterballs and the Women Who Stuff Them. You know what's great about today? Absolutely no traffic. It was marvelous. Not when I drove in, it was a little foggy. I got up, headed into work, drove for about 4 miles, never saw one car. There was a police car behind me telling me to get off the beach. Well, let's see. Today, I guess all the senators left Washington to celebrate... to celebrate Thanksgiving with those closest to them, the executives at the Lincoln Savings. Did you read this yesterday about there was a guy in New York selling pieces of the Berlin Wall
Yeah.
for $7 a pop or an ounce? You buy that? Frightening to think that a bit of the wall is now already worth more than cubic zirconia. We talked about Dan Rather last night. Did you know Dan Rather now has a new sign-off phrase on the news? He's closing his news broadcast by saying, and that's part of our world tonight. And if that doesn't work, he's got a new one next month. He comes on and says, but that's all, folks. Give thanks for the jokes we're about to receive. Item in the newspaper yesterday, I'm not making this up to be unnecessarily nasty, but the question about Zsa Zsa Gabor's age, correct age, may have been solved. Now, her driver's license shows she's 61, right? A schoolmate of hers, true, was in the paper, had a copy of their old yearbook in which Zsa Zsa wrote her birth date as 1917. Now, I'm relieved. That clears it up, and it's much more humane than cutting her open and counting the rings. A comedian who's also, I believe, in Back to the Future. His name is Tom Wilson. Tom is with us. And the gentleman I have not met. He is from LeCounte, Louisiana, and he is a restaurateur. I think he's about 93 years old. He's with us.
A raconteur as
What?
well. He's both a restaurateur and a raconteur as well. We have both of them on tonight.
Didn't I say he was a restaurateur?
Yes, sir, and a raconteur.
And a raconteur. Okay, he's going to come out and, I guess, raconteur tonight. He's also a restaurateur.
That's it.
Guys have had their horns up for about 3 minutes. Just... That's all I have in this spot, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, now we're about to meet this gentleman. We read about this gentleman in a newspaper article that describes him as kind of a local legend. He's been in the restaurant business since 1928. That's the year he opened his first lunchroom. We thought you might like to meet him. He's from LeCounte, Louisiana. Would you welcome Lee Johnson? Lee.
you very much, Lee.
You guys gonna dance or what? Hi, Lee, how are you?
Hello, Johnny.
Good to see you. Sit down, have a seat.
I declare.
I declare.
Which one of them wives did you eat dinner with today?
Which one of them? Sit down there, Lee. Which one of the wives did I have dinner with today?
Yeah, you know, I love you. You're a regular rascal, just like I am.
Yeah? But you've only been married once, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of fun to be married once.
If you play your cards right, I guess it is. How are you? Nice to have you with us. You're
Well,
from...
we're so happy to be out here today. That's the greatest honor I ever had in my life.
Well, we're delighted to have you here.
Yeah.
You look a little bit like Colonel Sanders.
Well, that's what they told me.
Yeah.
I think I'm better looking than he is.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Huh?
Because and he's also dead, I think, isn't he? Well, nothing personal, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We have a strange group here tonight, Lee.
Yeah.
Did you have a nice flight in? Where's LeConte? Do I
Oh,
pronounce that?
it's in the central part of Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
And we just love it there.
Yeah.
Right on old Bar Bill.
Uh-huh.
You ever drink in that water on Bar Bill, I'm telling you, you're going to stay there.
Really? That good, huh?
I wish you'd come out there and drink some of it.
Well,
Huh?
I'll accept that invitation when I get down that
Well,
way.
now, listen, you'll never regret it.
Okay. Somebody told me you had a little trouble coming here today with the airline. Something about taking something aboard? The airplane?
Oh, no, sir. That's the best flight I ever had in my life. That American Airlines. I love that flight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you was up in there. You know, I love them women just like you do. Those three stewardess, they was all about the same size, with a little ponytail.
Yeah?
And they said basketball players. And I said, that is the best flight I ever had. And
Yeah.
I've flown a whole lot.
Yeah, were you flirting with these young ladies?
Oh, yes, sir. They like that.
Yeah? Yeah, I guess.
You know that?
Yeah. Now, what's this business about bringing a pie or something, and you had a problem with, what was it, the going through the metal detector?
Yeah, you know, they stopped that. We had a bunch of stuff. You look so hungry like. I
Uh-huh.
wanted to feed you a little bit.
Yeah.
So I brought you that puck-on pie.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
All right, let me take a look at this. What, he brought it out here? What would you call this, a pecan pie?
Well, you know, it's...
Is that like a pecan pie?
Well, that's what the northern people call it.
Oh, I'm
Now, we old southern people call that a pecan pie.
A pecan pie.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Smells delicious.
We have some of them that call them pecan pie, but I ain't gonna tell you who that was.
Well, I don't think... And I don't think we want to know either. I understand what happens was you started to go through the metal detector, and it set the metal detector off because of the aluminum...
Yeah? That's bad, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, that's bad.
We didn't have that trouble 93 years ago. That's before they had any airplanes.
Well, they didn't have any planes 93 years ago.
Oh,
Okay, we're going to take a break here, and we're going to come back and talk some more, okay?
Lord. Okay, I love to talk to you.
Okay, I'd love to talk to you, too. We're going to have some of this later. If you just,
That makes me want to dance.
yeah, makes you want to dance?
Yeah.
Well, that band is pretty good, isn't it?
I tell you, I'd rather dance with a good-looking woman than eat. You know that?
You got a point there.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of good-looking women, you've been married, somebody told me, 61 years?
50 years.
50 years.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's pretty close. My source of information seems to be failing me, along with many other things. But how did you meet your wife? Sounds like who do you trust, isn't it?
I got tired of paying the $4 a week. That's in 1928.
What do you mean you got tired of paying $4 a week?
Well, she was working for me for $4 a week.
So you married her?
Yeah, I got tired of paying her.
Well,
You see? Well, I tell you,
what's her name?
that's Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a Georgia, too, I'll tell you that.
She's from Georgia?
Yeah, I was a pretty good rascal before I got her. Just like you know.
Yeah, I'm a rascal. You
Yeah.
seem to know a lot about me.
You know, these women don't like a sissy. You know that?
They don't like a sissy.
No, no.
Uh-huh.
They're like a regular He-Man.
And you're a
Well,
regular He-Man,
That's
huh?
what they like.
Yeah.
Well, we went on a camping trip one night. She'd worked for me so long, and it was her birthday.
Uh-huh.
So I says, well, we'll give her the cot. Well, I lay it on the ground. Well, I said, that's bad. Now, more I thought of it, I said, well, I better kiss her good night.
Good idea.
Well, I kissed her good night, and all I needed was a preacher.
You knew right then, huh?
Yeah. She was ready to get married.
Yeah.
You know how that is, don't you?
Oh,
Johnny?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the secret of staying together? I've been married, as you know, a couple of times.
Yeah.
What's the secret of staying married to somebody?
Well, you got to know how to treat them.
Uh-huh. How do you treat them?
Well, I tell you, if you want to get along with a woman,
Uh-huh.
you want to take her and make her right mad at you.
Make her right
You know,
mad.
mad at you.
Yeah.
And then they like to be courted.
Courted.
Yeah, it might cost you a diamond ring or a new automobile, but
Oh,
that
it's
don't make
done
no
that.
difference.
It's done that. Yeah. And I certainly made him mad, I'll tell you that. Hey, let's talk about your restaurant. It's Lee's Lunchroom.
That's right.
1928, first open.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you have on the menu outside of pecan pie?
Menu, we don't have no menu.
No menu.
No, that takes them too long to make up their mind what they want.
Well, how do they know? How do they know what you have?
Well, I get out there and I told my wife, I said, now, we gonna have that restaurant, I'm gonna build up a big business. And I don't want them to sit around there making up their mind what they want.
So you just...
I want to get them out of there.
So they come in and you tell them what you have.
Well, I tell them I got 3 different kinds of meat, and then they get there, and I give them a little crackling cornbread. You don't know what that is, do you?
Cornbread?
Yeah.
Oh, I love cornbread.
Crackling cornbread.
What's crackling cornbread?
Oh,
I sound like a straight man on a minstrel show. Tell me, Mr. Bones, what's crackling cornbread?
Lord have mercy. Well, I was raised on a farm, you know. We had to kill hogs every year to make a living.
Mm-hmm.
And we would boil out the fat of the ham, and what got up on top of that was a crackling.
Oh, I see.
And then we had lard, you see, and then we put that in the cornbread.
It's like fatback.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Okay, so you got 3 kinds of meat. Is that the way you offer it? Just say we have 3 kinds of meat? I mean...
Yeah, I serve vegetables with it, like, you know, cornbread and cabbage.
That's good.
Mustard greens. You know what that is?
Sure.
You know that?
Mustard greens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, that's good Southern cooking.
Yeah. But if they don't eat what I put on that plate, I don't want them in there nowhere. See?
You serve it. Suppose I wanted a beer.
Oh, no. I don't allow beer in my place. When I first started out, I had keg beer, you know.
Yeah.
And I got to serving so much of that keg beer, them fellas that would sit around that counter couldn't find it to the bathroom.
Really?
No, you
So
know.
no beer, no liquor?
I did away with that.
How about wine? No wine?
No wine, no alcohol of any kind.
Why is that? Does it bring...
Well, I was getting too old to fight, and I wasn't going to run.
Well,
You see?
that makes good sense.
I don't like to argue with a man.
Yeah. You go to the restaurant every day, or do you just occasionally now, or
Oh,
what?
I go on Sunday. You know, I turned... When I married that red-headed woman, she made a pretty good man out of me, you know.
That's Georgia.
And I'm a deacon in the Baptist church
Are
now.
you really?
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
You would make a good preacher.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty good. But I haven't always been deacon material, you see.
So you kind of mellowed in your...
Oh,
your
yeah.
Yeah.
You live with a woman, a red-headed woman, she's red-headed.
Redheaded.
You know, a man live with a red-headed woman 50 years, he's a man.
Well, I believe it. Well, Lee, it's a pleasure to have you here tonight. We really enjoyed meeting you. We hope you had a good time. Are you
with you.
going to spend a little time in California? Anything you want to see? You sightseeing?
I raise orchids, and I buy all my orchids from over here in California.
Oh, do you?
Beautiful orchids.
Right.
Out of St. Gabriel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, you're a fine gentleman, and it's nice to meet you.
Well,
And
thank
if
you.
I get down Louisiana way, can I drop in and have a bite to eat at your place?
You can come and stay all night if you want to.
Just okay. Tell that red-headed woman just to move over and. No, you know what I mean. I mean,
You
give me
know,
the
I
guest room.
got a beautiful yard,
Yeah?
and she got a beautiful house. But I lived with that old lady 50 years, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I'll make a man out of you.
Ah, that's right.
It was nice to meet you, Lee. Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you,
Well,
thank you.
and happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a moment. Yeah, okay. Nice man. Okay. My next guest had one of the lead roles in Back to the Future, and he's co-starring in the sequels, of which Part 2 has just come out. He plays the bad guy, the big bully Biff. Not only an actor, but a stand-up comedian and a fine musician. In fact, he's here to perform a musical selection for us. Would you welcome Tom Wilson? Tom?
Good evening. I'm really excited to be here. You excited to be here in this section over here? Huh? Come on. I'm not fooling around up here. I got a tuba and I'll use it, folks, okay? You excited to go over here? Look, everyone clap along with me, my town. Come on, let's get the show on the road. It's football season again. The air is crisp. People up there are too cool to clap or something? I said, keep in mind, I have a spit valve on this thing, folks. Let's see some clapping, come on. All right, I'll be the marching band, you're all in the football stands. The words are, let's go nuts. You'll know when it comes in. Hold, you messed up the beat already. Hold it. 2 seconds, you people messed up the beat. Okay, look, come on, I know it's a lot of white people in one room. Okay, come on. Let's concentrate, keep this together. Look, I'm on your side, okay? But we can do this. Let's try it one more time. Watch your neighbor, okay? Come on, watch your neighbor, everybody. Like 3 people got it right. 3 people. The rest of you are like da 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 da. I'm not getting it, honey. Da, da. I'm watching my neighbor. I played the tuba all through the band in school, though. You know, every time you see a marching band at the football games, every other musician is sitting down in the front of the stands. They get to put down the instrument, watch the game, talk to their friends, right? While the tuba players, top of the stands every week, just going. Every marching band you see, tubas are up on the top doing this, swinging back and forth, just trying to dodge all the garbage you people are trying to throw into these things. Yeah, I know. Heard it a million times. Here come the tubas. Hey, give me the rest of that hot dog. Give me that hot dog. Any requests at all? Famous tuba songs of the 60s? Anything like that? Moon River? Okay, Mr. Stump the Band, you think I don't know that? Ladies and gentlemen, Moon River on the tuba. Moon River. I don't know it, okay? I don't know it. I know one song, okay? The Stars and Stripes Forever by John Philip Sousa, okay? The one song I know. The tuba part, what do you people want? You think we get to play Jailhouse Rock on this thing or something? No. We get the tuba part. I do know movie themes, though. I can play movie themes. The tuba is a lot of fun at the beach. I'll tell you that. It's great. You got a tuba and a rowboat, a summer of fun at the beach. It really is. Put the tube in back of the rowboat, you know, row out there nice and quietly. Look for these guys way out there, just lean over behind them. Freaks them out every time, as if the shark brings his own orchestra along with him or something. Thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving.
That's funny. You are the first